Through the education of Hawaiian children, Princess Bernice Pauahi Bishop had a vision of hope for her people whom she so cherished. At a time when the future of Hawaiians looked bleak, she felt responsible and accountable for having so much as the heir to 9% of the Hawaiian kingdom. Upon her death in 1884, her desire to provide educational opportunities for her people led her to leave her estate to establish the Kamehameha Schools. Her will dictated the building of a school for boys and a school for girls, but as her estate flourished, it allowed for expanded opportunities beyond the schools. Many generations later, her legacy thrives in the thousands of Hawaiian keiki reached through Kamehameha's extension education services each year. Like the school campuses, these programs are based on the foundation of Nohona Hawai'i, the practice and perpetuation of Hawaiian values, culture, and language. Students learn to embrace Christian and Hawaiian values as embodied by Pauahi. Aloha, imina'awau, malama, Ikapono, Kulia Ho'omau, and ha'aha'a. Kamehameha's extension education offers programs for elementary to post-high school students. They are open to all Hawaiian students not currently attending a Kamehameha campus. Students start the extension education journey with the Exploration series, which include Omaka Ika'i, Ho'olauna, and Kulia I Ka Pono. Most of these are one-week summer boarding programs which immerse students in hands-on cultural experiences through field trips, lessons with practitioners, interactions with kupuna, and mo'olelo or traditions. Yeah. Place-based learning and intergenerational interactions allow for makahana ka'ike, or learning by doing. It also gives students the opportunity to be a part of a unique community of Hawaiian learners. These programs are aimed for 5th to 8th graders as they are given the opportunity to deepen their awareness, knowledge, and appreciation of their Hawaiian history and culture as they ascend through the 4-year Exploration series. Once enrolled, students have year-round opportunities to participate in until the next summer session. O ke kahua mamua ma hope ke kukulu, first the foundation, then the building. Launching the series is Omaka Ika'i, which is widely known as Explorations. Established in 1967, it is Kamehameha's flagship program for approximately 2,000 students who have completed the 5th grade. During the one-week program, students dorm at the Kapalama campus to experience the foundational themes and activities of the series. These include Hawaiian values, ocean studies, mele, hula, and crafts.
I like crafts because we get to make our own ipu, we get to make our own nose flute and a Hawaiian planter. And we get to do all kinds of fun stuff with it, like clean it, dig it out, oil it. At my school, we don't really have Hawaiian after 3rd grade, so we don't really learn this much Hawaiian stuff as we do in Explorations. Yeah, it's really fun. I really enjoy it.
Their week culminates in a ho'olaule'a where students share their lessons through a performance for their ohana. Ho'olauna. Building upon the skills and knowledge introduced at Omaka Ika'i, Ho'olauna is offered the following year for 6th and 7th graders. They can sign up for Ho'olauna, which are held on Kauai, Oahu, Molokai, Maui, and Hawaii Islands. As each area is unique, The activities and lessons are different at each site, but the themes and values remain similar. Therefore, Ho'olauna is offered for 2 consecutive years to allow students to experience several programs, encouraging them to begin with their own moku or area they are from. Ho'olauna focuses on furthering students' explorations through their connection to the Aina. It provides deeper lessons on Hawaiian customs and values while teaching students the importance of place and the traditions specific to their respective moku. Spending the week living in the moku, Keiki experienced cultural learning through field trips to wahipana or sacred sites, service projects, protocol, crafts, and hula, mele, and mo'olelo or oral traditions specific to the area. Ho'olauna Kona students practice malama aina as they help build new trails in Ka'upulehu, a one-of-a-kind dryland forest. Ohua Ka'itu'iao Valley brings depth to water issues for the island of Maui, as well as its importance for Hawaiian livelihood.
Where's the water going now? So you have a tail patch, right?
Students on Moloka'i prepare food traditionally as they prepare an imu and ku'i'ai or pound poi. Fishermen give students on the Wai'anae coast a glimpse into the waning tradition of opelu fishing. Kahana Valley plays host to Keiki and Ho'olauna Ko'olau as they ho'omau the traditions of their ancestors working in the lo'ikalo. While exploring the Hanapepe salt ponds, participants learn about kuleana as they gain insight from ohana who have been caring for the salt for many generations.
Okay, salty. When we come to make salt, the first thing that we work on is our puna, which is the well.
They're teaching us how to make the lo'i, or like the patch that you hold the salt in. It's important to learn these things because the kupuna have lots of knowledge, and if you don't learn now, then later when they're gone, they wouldn't have passed it on to anybody. So now we can pass it on to the generations and generations after that.
Following each day's activities, students take time to reflect on their lessons through their journals. Students share their reflections with their ohana at the end of the week at Ho'ike. Kulia I Ka Pono. The Explorations series culminates with Kulia I Ka Pono, designed for students who have completed the 7th and 8th grades. Students may choose sites on Oahu as well as the neighbor islands. While Kulia I Ka Pono reinforces the connection to the Aina, it also introduces the concept of servant leadership. Students learn in outdoor classrooms such as lo'ikalo, streams, forests, and the Makali'i Voyaging canoe. These vibrant learning environments foster personal and cultural responsibility, character education, and community connections.
How to be like a service leader, not only to like tell people what to do, you also have to do it.
It's important because we're gonna create a legacy, just to know what we come from and the pride that we carry as Hawaiians.
Participants of Kulia I Ka Pono Oahu dorm at the Kapalama campus for a week, while spending much of their days working on service learning projects at the Punalu'ulo'i. Their experience is complemented with lessons at the dorms as well. These include learning about Hawaiian values and leadership through the mo'olelo of Hawaiian ali'i. Kulia I Ka Pono Kona celebrates the best in community partnering to provide a unique learning opportunity. In working with the enrichment department, Nakale Va'a, stewards of Makali'i, along with Kamehameha Investment Corporation, developed and delivered this program based in Keauhou. Their lessons start on land, where the building of a canoe begins. Students then experience firsthand the great wisdom, courage, and leadership of their ancestors who sailed vast miles across the Pacific.
Climb up. 2, 3, hooking. Climb up your line. 2, 3, hooking. All together, guys. 2, 3, hooking.
Experienced crew members share essential skills and expose keiki to their rich cultural history and traditions still being practiced today.
It's instilling in them that more so that everything that we do affects the next person right next to us, you know, and especially on a wā. You know, that's why we always tell them, he wā, he moku, he moku, he wā. You know, the canoe on island is just a bigger canoe. You know, in that sense that when they're aboard the wā, they're part of this floating island. We all need to be looking in the same direction. We all need to be talking the same talk and walking the same walk. We all need to malama each other.
I've been learning how to navigate from Uncle Chad Paishan. I learned a whole pile of new stuff. So I know how to tie the bridle, how to use the jenny, and it's just fun being on the water. You can never leave. It's like home.
My mom told me we were going to be working on a canoe, but I didn't think it would be like so much other stuff too, and it was really fun. Because I've never been on a double-hulled canoe before, like an ocean going with rigs and sails and lines and everything.
That it doesn't end at the end of a program date, but that it continues way past that. And if we can model that for them and we can show them that leadership is both in good times and in the hard times, you know, but that getting through every step along the way is going to be important of what they're going to be able to look at and accomplish in the future for them.
Like the other explorations programs, students celebrate the week's end with a ho'ike for their ohana. But it is not a mere performance, it is a ceremony of deeper magnitude. It is the fruition of 4 years of learning. It marks a true understanding of their kuleana and values, which brings strength to them as industrious students and future leaders. We hope you too will help fulfill the legacy of our Princess Pauahi by participating in the Exploration series.